An unprecedented number of young people turned out for the last presidential election. But this time around, it just seems like voting and getting involved just don't seem as cool anymore. To a large degree, many young people feel like their voice just isn't being heard. So we sat down with Democratic National Committeeman and television political strategist Robert Zimmerman to ask him what really are the issues on the table for young people this election season, how can a young person make their voice heard in an impactful way, and what exactly is gerrymandering? Robert, so many young people today feel like their vote really doesn't count. They're disenfranchised. They really don't feel like voting this election season is cool. Why does their vote actually matter?
You hear this phrase a lot, but this election provides the most dramatic choice we have ever witnessed, and for young people, it is the most significant choice. The political process is not cool. The political process is tough. Many Americans lost their lives fighting for democracy, fighting to preserve our political process, so maybe it's worth reflecting upon keeping it. And so my point simply is, this is not about having the best poster in your bedroom or having a Barack Obama lunchbox. I don't profess to be any expert on being hip, but there's something bigger here than being cool. There are so many ways young people can participate in the process and experience the process. It's not just whether they make a small donation online and choose to participate that way, but their grassroots voices, their grassroots activism, knocking on doors, going to the key battleground states really counts. Also, the ability to make their voices heard on key issues to House and Senate, Democrats and Republicans.
So many people are discouraged by the idea of gerrymandering when we're looking at local elections, or so many different issues that really seem to indicate to them that yes, there are big issues, but their vote won't actually be counted.
That's the strategy, to discourage young people from voting and participating by making them feel their vote doesn't count. And in fact, their vote is the vote that was critical in propelling Barack Obama to the White House, and their vote's going to be defining in terms of keeping him and a progressive Democratic agenda in place. Yes, there's no question, gerrymandering should disgust young people. It should disgust all of us as citizens. What gerrymandering simply means is the party in power in the state legislature can draw the congressional district lines and the state Senate and state assembly district lines that keep the party in power in place.
Do you think Obama's doing a good job at engaging the young population this time around?
I don't think any president has ever done more in terms of reaching out and engaging and helping young people have a seat at the table. Newsflash, he's not perfect, and he's not my ideal, and if he was my ideal, he might not be somebody else's ideal. But politics is not about a choice of President Obama versus the Almighty. It's about President Obama versus the alternative.
Robert Zimmerman, thank you very much.
Thank you.
As Robert Zimmerman said, the political process is not cool, it's tough. And the only way to play in this process is to get involved and make your voice heard. There are so many issues on the table right now that matter to young people. There's the environment, there's healthcare, there's student loans, and there's marriage equality. And in order to make your voice heard on these key issues, you need to vote. And there are other ways to get involved too. Reach out to your local congressman or senator, make a small donation, and grassroots activism. Knock on those doors in battleground states and make your voice heard this election season.